Hey friends, are y'all ready for another episode of this forgotten favorite recipes? Oh man, we got a good one this week. But first, I have news. I have exciting, fascinating news. Monday, John and I went and ate at Cahaba House in downtown Montgomery, and it was delicious. And next door across the street, whatever, they had a bookstore called New South Books, and they sell new and used books. And John found these cookbooks. I'm so excited, y'all. Okay, this one's from Anniston, Alabama. It's the Church of St. Michael and All Angels Episcopal Women's Cookbook from 1988. It's got some good ones in there. And this was all the way from Texas. Look at that. The Emmanuel Baptist Church from Fairfield, Texas. I have no idea how I got all the way to Montgomery, but I'm super excited it did. We're going to look through those, find some awesome things from other places. But this time, we're going back to my favorite cookbook, Centennial Cuisine, compiled by the New Baptist Women of Centerville Baptist Church. And this week, we're moving on up to soups, salads, and vegetables. A lot of soups, a lot of salads, a lot of questionable things that are called vegetables. Yeah. So this week, we're gonna make baked bean loaf. Yeah, I love a loaf. So we got baked beans made into a loaf. I guess it was a way to use like leftover baked beans. I don't know. So this recipe is really short. It's only like this big. Very, very few instructions, very few ingredients. It was put in here posthumously from Shirley M. Crouch. I did not know Miss Crouch because by the time this was printed, I was, 9 or 10, and she was already posthumous. Yeah, so she does have a lot of recipes in here though, and we're gonna give it a try, this baked bean loaf. I mean, I like baked beans. I've eaten a lot of those, and why not? It's something I have not come across before. Baked beans being made into a loaf. So we're gonna give it a try. So let's get started. See you soon. Bye. Hey friends. Okay, we're back with the baked bean loaf. This is from, again, the Centennial Cuisine Cookbook. Baked bean loaf. Put in here posthumously from Miss Shirley M. Crouch. I did not know Miss Shirley M. Crouch, as I mentioned. But we're gonna make her baked bean loaf. It's a really simple recipe. It only has 5 ingredients. Well, plus salt and pepper, but yeah, 5 ingredients. And this is something I have not had before. So we're gonna make it right now. We're gonna go through it real quick. So it says 3 cups of baked beans. Now, I'm not making baked beans just for this. So we're gonna use brand name Bush's Best, okay? Original baked beans. Breadcrumbs, an egg, an onion, and a cup of milk. So we're gonna start with 3 cups of baked beans. I don't know, like, I guess if you had a lot of leftover baked beans, that's what this recipe would be good for. But I don't know if I would just like buy a can of baked beans and be like, yeah, it's my favorite thing. You know what, it might be I make this and it's like, we're having it every Sunday. All right, so 3 cups of baked beans. Of course, that is 24 ounces. This can is 28, but there's a good bit of liquid on the top. So I'm just gonna kind of, my sink's right here. I'm not like pouring it in the floor. So I'm gonna pour off a good bit of this, so that it'll be closer to 24 ounces instead of 28 ounces. And I think that's pretty close. So there goes the baked beans. into the bowl. The directions say to mash the beans and add the onion. So I have mashed the beans. No, I'm going to mash the beans. I don't know how much to mash the beans though. It just says mashed beans. So I got a potato masher. I have two different kinds. And I think I'm going to use this squiggly one. So it doesn't like, well, that's not doing much of nothing. Yeah, okay, so I'm not using that one. Because the beans just literally, they just go through the holes. So that was dumb. Okay, we're going to use this one instead. Oh yeah, that is mashing the beans. So Bush's baked beans have a very kind of neutral flavor. They do have pork in them. If you don't eat pork, get a different kind. They do make a vegetarian one that's really good. But this one is just plain old Bush's original recipe. It does have some pork in it. Baked beans. Oh gosh, how much should I mash these, y'all? I don't really know. I don't want them to be like mashed potato mashed, right? You still want them to have some beaniness? Is that a word? I don't even know. Why? Like, I wonder how she was like, I wonder what I'm gonna do with all these extra beans. I think I'll make it into a loaf. I don't know. This recipe would probably, if it's any good, would be easily adapted to being vegetarian. Not vegan, because it does have milk and eggs, but ew, this is so gross looking. Okay, it reminds me of like baby food, sort of, when you got the babies and you're like feeding whatever's on your plate, and you're like, hey, have some of these mashed up beans, and they'll be delicious. You know, it's beans. You know, well, refried beans are kind of made like this, like you mash them and recook them. Yeah. Okay. All right, I've mashed them some. They're not like totally mashed, but they're mashed up pretty good. Ooh. Okay. And then it says to add onion. 1 onion finely chopped. Okay. So I went ahead and chopped this. I'll put that in there of where I chopped it though. I'll add that in right about now. We've mixed that. Okay. It also has a cup of breadcrumbs, and use like regular old breadcrumbs. Not panko. Do not use panko in this. It's delicious. It will not work. Okay, we're gonna use these breadcrumbs. They're gonna soak up a lot of the juice from the beans and the onion when it cooks. That onion's gonna give off a lot of liquid when it cooks. All right. So there's that. An egg. We're gonna mix an egg. Put an egg in there. So always, if you're adding an egg to stuff like this, just mix it up ahead of time before you drop it in there. Okay, so it says mash the beans, add the onion, breadcrumbs, and egg. So we're gonna do that. Okay. And then it says mix with milk, salt, and pepper. Okay, this is really yucky looking. This is so gross. Oh, yuck. Okay, it looks weird, man. It looks like kind of like sand in there. It's kind of gross. All right, I'm gonna add also a cup of milk. So here's our milk. You didn't see that. And salt and pepper. Okay, it doesn't say how much salt and pepper to add. So we're gonna say like some salt and some pepper. Okay, you can see it like floating around in the liquid, the pepper. That's about how much salt I added to. Ooh, that is... Oh, yeah. All right, I don't know, you guys. I don't know about this. It's unappetizing. So many of these recipes are not very appetizing looking. Or maybe what we consider appetizing has changed over the past however many years. Okay, so we've got it mixed up. We've got our pan, our loaf pan here. It does not say, you know, it doesn't even say put it in a loaf pan, but it just says baked bean loaf. So we're gonna put it in a loaf pan. Then I'm also gonna spray with the Pam because I don't like to do dishes. All right, so we've mixed it. We're gonna pour it in here. That is, wow. Y'all ever get that baby food that's like beef and corn and like barley? You know, they started mixing multiple things in baby food years ago. And that's what this looks like. It's like, oh Lord. Oh, okay. All right, so there we go. There we go. Here's our baked bean loaf. The next thing it says is bake in slow oven. A slow oven means a low oven, and it's like 300 degrees. It could be anywhere from like 275 to 325. So I've just set my oven to 300. If you have a convection, you're gonna want to turn it down about 25 degrees. So I turned the convection off, just put it on regular bake at 300. It also does not say how long to cook this. So, I don't know. I mean, it's got egg in it, and it's real dense. So I'm gonna check it after about 25 minutes and see if it still looks like it does now. And we'll go from there. All right, I'll be back. Bye. Okay, you guys, the alarm just went off. It's been 25 minutes. Oh my gosh. It does not look done to me. It looks almost like banana bread. I'm gonna touch it. No, it's I don't think it's done. I'm gonna give it another little while. I don't really know when you would know it's done, but it doesn't look done yet. So it's been another 25 minutes. We're gonna give it a little while longer, okay? Okay, it's been another 10 minutes. And you guys, I just don't know. Don't know how long this is supposed to cook. It's, I don't know. It looks kind of, oh, that's some awesome camera work. I'm gonna poke it with a knife. Let's see. What if it's like, it's so solid. So it's still a little bit gooey, I suppose, in the middle. So we're gonna let it cook. I think it doesn't feel done. It still feels like mushy in the middle. So we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Hey friends. Okay, this ended up cooking for about 45 minutes. I still don't know if it's done. It doesn't feel as mushy as it did, so I guess, and it's sort of like crackly on the top. It actually smells pretty good. It kind of looks like banana bread, but it smells like beans. So we're gonna give it a try later. We'll see which of the Hubbard family I can swindle into trying this with me. It says to serve it with ketchup. So, you know, put enough ketchup on it. Eat just about anything. All right. We'll see you later for the tasting. Bye. Okay. We're here. We're okay. Hi, friends. We are here with the bean loaf, the baked bean loaf. It smells decent. It does. It does smell pretty. It does smell pretty good. Lucy is here also, but she does not like beans even at all, like ever. So, and Mr. Hubbard is indisposed at the moment, so it is just me and Heidi tasting the bean loaf. So, let's get at it. Let's do this thing. Let's cut in.
It's so squishy.
Let's cut into this. It smells good though.
Yeah. It looks like solidified refried beans.
It is kind of like it.
It looks like cat food.
A little
No,
bit.
it doesn't.
Well, it's not appetizing. A lot of these recipes are not very appetizing.
Oh.
Ooh, look at it. All right.
Now
It's very mushy, like a refried bean.
You just
Okay.
made refried beans and put it in
I
the
think
loaf
I
pan.
made refried baked beans.
I need a fork.
Have a fork.
Thank you.
Watch out, there's a knife right here, baby. All right, so we're gonna taste it and see how it tastes. All right, okay. Uh-huh. All right. Oh, that was lovely. Again. Beans. Beans. Okay. So,
You made refried beans with onions.
stop, guys. It does. It tastes like
Oh, I hate salt.
refried beans, but they're real sweet because baked beans are real sweet. It tastes like refried beans with onions and sugar.
Salt.
Okay. It's not bad. I'm gonna say that like every time, but it's not bad. What do you think? Like, on a scale of
I mean, it tastes like you. I know. It tastes like I know how you made it. It tastes like you squished up some beans and chopped up some onions and squished it in the pan. That's how it tastes.
She's right. That is what we did. Okay.
Not too bad. I'm
What?
gonna cut the onions up a little smaller because I just got a whole chunk of it.
Onions are good for you though. It's full of something.
But
So
Fiber.
this is it's okay. I guess if you had like a lot of leftover beans,
or if you just somehow randomly had a ton of cans of baked beans.
if you needed a different way to eat 5 gallons worth of beans. Beans.
You use 5 gallons?
No, I only use 3 cups of beans. But I'm saying if you got like a lot of extra beans and you need to use them up, this is not a bad way. Think if you had like some ham on the side and like a corn on the cob and a little of this, that'd be all right.
My question is, why do you keep making things in loaf form? First it was the ham jello, now
Loaves.
it's this. Both in the same container.
People love the loaves. That's why.
It smells like Mexican food.
A little bit. It
Yeah,
smells
refried
like
beans.
it smells like refried beans and onions and
When we
barbecue
walked in,
sauce.
it smells like food. Like good food.
It's not bad.
Is it hot?
All right, so our verdict is from 0, never eat it again, to 10, let's make it every Sunday. What do we got? I'd give it a 4. I mean, it tastes good. If you've got a lot of beans left over, I'd eat it. It's an okay side dish.
I mean, just on the appetizing level, I would give it a solid 3
Yeah.
because it does look like fancy feast.
It is not.
Like-
Gosh, a lot of these recipes are not very appetizing.
Like the moment you try to eat it, it turns into like cat food. Like instead.
Yeah, it looks like cat pate. Yeah, but it didn't taste bad. Fresh beans. All right. Cheers. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Watermelon.